everyone, welcome to the dessert section of the 5-course meal but at home MCO edition. So today I'm going to be making the dessert, and it took me a while to figure out what I was going to make, and having a chef boyfriend who studies culinary arts, I went to ask him and he recommended me to make Panna Cotta, okay, because I am not good in the kitchen. I can't cook, can't bake. Okay, I can, but like it's not the best. Okay, so he does most of the cooking most of the time. So yes, so I wanted something that I would not mess up and would take me not much effort as well, and something easy to do at home because it is MCO period. So yes, so basically Panna Cotta is, I did my research by the way, so the recipe and also the instructions I am following from a website called sugarsaltmagic.com. It's by a lady called Marie. So I wrote down a few things, and I also have my laptop here in case I need more instructions or anything. So basically, Panna Cotta is an Italian dessert made from cream, milk and sugar, and also a setting agent, which is normally gelatin. It has a silky smooth consistency, and it kind of, I'm pretty sure you guys have had it. It's like a little squishy pudding slash jelly. You get what I mean? And it can be made in a variety of flavors like strawberry or tea and many more, pretty sure. But today I'm going to be making vanilla panna cotta with orange syrup, hence the oranges. This took me so long to set up. I have a ring light, okay, I bought with my eBilia money, and I have my tripod and my camera. So this is like fun. Anyways, this dessert is going to be rich and creamy, but it's going to be light, and it's basically a classic panna cotta recipe, and it's gonna be delicious, hopefully, if I make it right. And it only needs, guess what, 10 minutes to make. So I'll get into the ingredients and whatnot right now. For the ingredients for the panna cotta, we're going to be making the panna cotta first and then the orange syrup when it is setting in the fridge. So you're gonna need 1.5 cups of milk, 3 teaspoons of powdered gelatin, 1/3 cups of caster sugar, and you're going to need, what is this? 1.5 cups of cream. I didn't know what kind of cream to use because it just said cream on the website, so I asked my chef boyfriend and he said you can use any kind of cream, so I'm using whipping cream in this case. And you're going to need 1 teaspoon of vanilla paste or essence. So I couldn't find vanilla paste in the grocery store, so I only found vanilla essence. And you're going to need a pinch of salt, which is over there. So yes. So we'll get into making the panna cotta now. Now that we have prepared all our ingredients, I'm going to talk about the utensils and the tools that we're going to be using. So I ordered these, I think they're called, what are they called? Dario. I got these Dario molds, I think that's how you pronounce them, off Shopee. And they basically are molds, so you flip the panna cotta over. And I got these with my eBilia. I got this with my eBilia money as well. Things I do for assignments. Okay, you're going to need the molds. You're going to need a pot because you're going to be mixing the mixture and heating it up on the stove. You're going to need a teaspoon, of course, measuring equipment, and a stirring spoon. But yes, so moving on, we are going to start by blooming our gelatin in the cold milk. So I just took this out from the fridge not too long ago. So you're going to pour the milk into a saucepan, and then you're going to sprinkle the 3 teaspoons of gelatin inside and then let it bloom. It's called the blooming process. Bloom for 5 minutes. This basically makes the gelatin a lot softer so that the gelatin can dissolve easily in the mixture later on. Okay, so we're going to need 1.5 cups of whole milk. So I'm going to do that right now. So I chose to go with fresh milk because I think it's just better like that. So you're going to measure out 1.5 cups. I've got my measuring tools here. So this is 1 cup. So 250 ml if you guys need to know. Oh my god, my hand is shaking so much. 1, and then 4.5 cup. So that is 1.5 cups of milk. Okay, so to the milk, we are going to add 3 teaspoons of powdered gelatin. So this basically helps the panna cotta set into like a jelly-like form. Oh, it's gonna rain really. Oh my god, where can I open this? It's gonna rain quite heavily, so I hope you guys still can hear me. So I'm gonna. Why is this so hard? Go. Ah! Oh my god. I'm not strong enough for this. I already bumped into an obstacle. This is why I don't belong in the kitchen. Oh my god. I'll be back. Okay, good news. I got the powdered gelatin open, but look what happened. I literally spilled it everywhere. This is why I don't belong in the kitchen. I already messed it up. Oh my god. Okay, so I'll clean up the mess that I made in a bit, but we're gonna need 3 teaspoons of powdered gelatin. Am I right? Am I right? Hello? Yes, 3 teaspoons of powdered gelatin. 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna let that bloom for 5 minutes and I'll come back to you guys. Okay, so while waiting for the blooming process, right here, we can start to grease our dairy mold or any kind of molds that you are going to be using for the panna cotta. So I got a little bit of vegetable oil here. I'm just going to lightly grease it with my finger. My hands are clean, by the way. And you just kind of want to do this so that the panna cotta comes out easily and that it won't stick, basically. So I got 2 panna cotta molds here. If you have more, just grease them. You should get the corner and then just lightly use a paper towel to get rid of the excess. So once it's slightly greased, just leave it be until you need to use them. Put them aside and then you can get back to them later. So I have about 2 more minutes and then we can start the next step. Okay, so all greased, I'm going to leave them aside and we can focus on our mixture over here. Okay, so 5 minutes has been up and this is what the blooming process kind of looks like. I don't know if you can see, but it has little wrinkles here and there. So that's what we want. And then now we're going to put this on the heat and add in the sugar. Okay, so after the blooming process, we are now going to add in the sugar. So we're going to need 1/3 cups of caster sugar. Here is my 1/3 cup, and we're just going to add it in to the mixture. Okay. Okay, 1/3 cups going in. Okay, so now we are going to put this over low heat and let it simmer. Okay, so we're now going to bring this over to the stove to let it simmer over low heat for 1 or 2 minutes and keep stirring at the same time. Okay, so now you're going to grab something to stir with. I'm using this because I can't find anything else, so we're going to use this. So you are basically going to keep stirring until the sugar is fully dissolved. Okay, so once it is simmered and all the sugar has dissolved, we are going to now add in the cream, vanilla, and the pinch of salt. So I'm going to measure out my cream. Okay, so I'm using the whipping cream here, and we're just going to add it in. We're going to need 1.5 cups of cream. Let's hope this is enough and not spill it everywhere. Okay, so we're going to add 1 cup, and we're going to need another 1/2 cup. Oh! We're going to need a 1/2 cup. You did not see that? I told you I'm not meant to be in the kitchen. I told you. Okay, now we're going to give that a little mix. Okay, we will clean that up later. We'll pretend nothing happened, okay? So give that a little mix. Now we're going to add in 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. Here's my teaspoon. 1 teaspoon going in. Now we are going to mix it again. And now we're going to add in the pinch of salt. Look, my salt is pink. I don't know if you can see, but my salt is pink. It's pink Himalayan salt, but you can use any kind of salt. So I'm gonna get a good pinch and just sprinkle it in, and then we're just gonna mix it again. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the next step. Because I'm doing it for the content, you know, this is the mess that happened. Yeah, but going well. Nice. Anyways, I shall move on to the next step and then I'll clean up. So the next step is to pour into the dishes or the molds that I prepped earlier, and we're going to place immediately in the fridge and let it set for 4 hours. Okay, which means I'll see you guys at nighttime. I did not expect it to take 4 hours to set. Y'all said 10 minutes. So you're gonna need 4 hours for it to set, obviously, because you want the gelatin and the stuff to work its magic and turn it into Panna Cotta. So I'm only gonna use 2 molds for this video. So let's hope I don't spill this one. I don't know how full to fill it, I'm just gonna wing it. So I'm gonna fill it like, not all the way to the top, but close. Yeah. So just enough. So this is what you're going to have. I don't know if you can see, but now I'm going to place them into the fridge. Okay, so after I did some cleanups here and there is still a lot of leftover Panna Cotta mixture that I have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this Pyrex glass dish, and I'm going to pour the remaining or the leftover mixture inside and just see what happens, because I don't want to put this to waste, because I'm only going to plate those 2 little molds for the end result. So I'm going to do the same thing where I'm going to grab a piece of paper towel or tissue and I'm just going to grease the dish. If you have more molds, you can just put them in your molds, but if you don't and you want to use something else, I'm going to try using this dish. So now we're going to just pour the mixture into this dish. Okay, so this technically makes a lot. You guys can make less if you want, but you gotta do the math of how to cut down the portions of or the ratios of the ingredients. But this is going to be in the fridge as well, and I'll update you guys when it's done. Okay, so while the Panna Cotta is in the fridge, chilling and also setting, we're going to move on to make the orange sugar syrup as the topping when I'm going to plate those later. So basically, you're going to need a zest of half a large orange, because mine are quite small, I'm going to use 2. And we're going to use 3/4 cup of orange juice, 1/4 cup of water, and 1 teaspoon of powdered gelatin. So we're all going to dump it into a pan and let it simmer and make sure the sugar and all the gelatin is dissolved, and that is basically the syrup. So we'll leave it to cool down, and it should become a nice and thick consistency, and it's very syrupy, so you can drizzle it on top of the Panna Cotta. Okay, so you're going to need a zester, 2 oranges, because I have small ones, so I'm going to use it. Make sure you wash them beforehand. Mine have the sticker on because I was too lazy to get rid of those. I'm going to zest now. Okay. So when zesting, you gotta make sure that you don't hit the white part. Just get the orange skin off, because the white part tends to be kind of bitter and tasteless at the same time. So you're gonna keep zesting until you get half a large orange worth of zest, or 2 small oranges basically. Or just take off the sticker. But I am too lazy. My dog is barking. Nice. Okay, so now that you have done zesting your oranges, you're now going to retrieve the juice from the orange. So I got a little juice squeezer here, so you're just gonna do this. And we're going to get 3/4 cups worth of orange juice, Am I right? Yes, I am right. So just juice them and then put them into the same saucepan. So I already got some pre-cut oranges here, and I'm just gonna start. I hope you can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna move my laptop because I don't want to get orange juice on my laptop. So you're just gonna go. This requires lots of strength, by the way, which is something that I don't have. Okay. So I'm just gonna squeeze as much oranges as I can right now, and then I'll measure it with my measuring cup later. Okay, that's one small orange. We're going to cut into the next orange. Okay, so now that I have juiced my oranges, I used about 4 small oranges, so I'm now going to pour in the 3/4 cups of orange juice. So I have a 1/4 cup measuring cup here. So I'm gonna fill this 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now that I've got that, I'm just gonna put that aside. And now we're gonna measure in the sugar, which is 1/4 cup. One-fourth cup of sugar going in, and now we're gonna need 1/4 cup of water. Okay, 1/4 cup of water going in. I almost forgot the powdered gelatin, so I took it off the stove. We're gonna add that now. So we're going to add 1 teaspoon of powdered gelatin, 1 teaspoon of that going in. Okay, we're just gonna give it a little mix. Okay, and now bring it back to the damn stove. Okay, so it's now on low heat, and I'm now just going to keep stirring. And you want to stir it until all the sugar and the gelatin is dissolved. Okay, so that took around 1 to 2 minutes. So now we have the orange syrup. Okay, so now we're just going to pour the orange syrup into a bowl and wait until the panna cotta is set, and then we will top it off with this syrup. Okay, so now it has been around 4 to 5 hours and the panna cotta is set. It's literally not moving. So what we're going to do to get them out of the molds is grab a bowl or a tray of warm water a little bit, and then you're just going to soak them in for a good 10 to 20 seconds so that they loosen up at the top, and then you can flip them over. So it's been around 10 to 20 seconds. Now we're going to remove them from the bowl. I'm just going to put this here. Okay, so now we're going to plate our dessert finally. So I'm just grabbing a long plate, and I'm going to bring you guys closer so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, so right now we're going to start plating our panna cotta. So you're going to grab your plate, and you're also going to have some water with you. You're going to dab your finger in the water, and you're just going to slightly rub the water on the plate in case you want to move your panna cotta around. It helps it slide around. Okay, so for removing the panna cotta from the mold, you're going to grab it and you're going to gently press the sides to remove the stickiness from this edge of the mold, basically. Lift it from touching the surface of the mold, and once you've done that on all sides, you're going to jiggle it a little bit and make sure it's not sticking, and you're going to flip it over. Okay, so once you take it out and you flip it over, this is what it will look like. It's jiggly. So now I'm going to use the orange syrup that we made earlier and drizzle it on top. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just gonna do that. Okay, why does it look kind of weird? It looks like... Okay, but I also got a pack of blueberries and I've already washed them. So we're just gonna garnish them on top. So we're just gonna put maybe a few. I'm trying to pick the smaller ones. Garnish. Just a little bit. is your finished panna cotta with orange syrup. So yes, let's go back to the full review. Okay, finally we have completed our panna cotta. So it might be a little melted because I had to take pictures and all that. So now we're going to do the taste test. So I'm just going to grab this spoon and we're just going to dig in. Texture seems alright. She's bossing. Okay, it tastes really good, I would say. The orange syrup makes it very light and refreshing. The panna cotta itself, very creamy, very soft and silky, just like the description said. And I'm gonna have a little blueberry with it. Okay, I'm really proud of myself. So if you guys are free during this MCO, please try out this recipe whenever you can. Trust me, you will not regret it, and it takes little to no effort even though I had many obstacles. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this cooking tutorial even though we didn't cook that much. Yes, but also feel free to check out our other recipes from the 5-course meal MCO edition series on our webpage. And yeah, basically that is it. Finally, it took quite a while to film this, but yes, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope this cooking tutorial was helpful for you guys and inspired you to get up and start making new things whenever you're bored. So yes, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!